Coming up on UT 10 News in HD, student government elections are finally over.
And we also follow UT students dancing for the kids.
Plus, Ian Davis was at the Rockets spring game and the ballpark. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ashley Karsten.
And I'm Rosalind Muniz. Results from student government elections were finally released this Tuesday.
The last eligible team remaining was named the next president and vice president of student government. Paulette Bodengratz and Chris Dykey are the next SG leaders for the 2012-2013 school year. Results were originally postponed due to the No Richardson and Strickland Deli tickets turning in their financial forms late. Both tickets were disqualified from the race, leaving the Bodengratz-Dykey team with the only votes that counted.
To win by that way, it didn't make it any less sweet. We worked really hard this entire time, so to come out on top was a great feeling.
The new president and vice president will be sworn in April 24th at the Senate meeting in the Student Union. Students learn new dance moves at UT's 11th annual Dance Marathon. This year's theme, When We Were Kids for the Kids, had people of all ages dancing along. Over 600 students gathered at the university's rec center to raise money for Mercy Children's Hospital. Activities, contests, and dancing were part of the 18-hour event that began Friday night at 7 and ended Saturday afternoon at 1. UT's first Miracle Child says this event changes lives.
They helped me when my family needed it most when I was younger, and they've always been there.
Over $55,000 was raised for the St. Vincent Mercy Children's Hospital. Lucas County Children's Services receives over 750 reports of suspected child abuse each month. And for this reason, the Toledo area picked last Wednesday to raise awareness of this issue. On-campus faculty, students, and staff participated in Rockets Wear Blue to show support for Child Abuse Prevention Month. Spreading awareness helps more people recognize possible signs of abuse or neglect.
The idea was for us to get people to ask questions, and then once they ask the questions, to connect them to the resources.
If you suspect child abuse or neglect, please call Lucas County Children's Services at 419-213-2273. UT's National Panhellenic Council held their first ever step show last Thursday.
I was at Flip the Yard, a new Greek tradition on campus. Over 5 sororities and fraternities gathered at Dorman Theater last Thursday to unite and celebrate Greek life. Activities included strolling, dancing, and a presentation on the history of stepping.
There's really no Greek unity within Greek life at UT, so we did this event so we could meet each other, work with each other, and just share some type of common bond.
Over 40 students from different sororities and fraternities participated in this event.
Although we might be different Greeks at the same time, we're all part of the same thing at the end of the day. We need to bring all of the Greeks together, unite, just come together. Like we're separate right now. We need to be together.
Over 200 students attended Flip the Yard, and Glenn plans on making this an annual event. Seniors majoring in art are displaying their work at a professional venue. The Bachelor's of Fine Arts Thesis Exhibition opened last week at the Toledo Museum of Art. On Friday, a reception was held for friends, family, and the community to view the art and speak with the student artists. Students in the BFA program have been working towards this exhibit since entering the program.
With other majors, maybe you'll have a thesis paper to write. Our exhibition is our thesis paper. It's our way of showing what we've learned how to do while we're here at our department.
The Center for Visual Arts Gallery is open every day until 9 p.m. through May 13th. Art was also in full bloom at the Catherine Eberly Center. Reporter Adrian Ehrman was at the show.
The Eberly Center hosted their 3rd annual Spring Art Exhibition. The center showcased 70 pieces, ranging from paintings to jewelry. Last Thursday's event was free to the UT community, and guests could browse through the work of 26 local artists.
It really gives you an idea of what you've got to do step by step to get into a show.
The one-day event provided an opportunity for newcomers to get their start.
It felt good. I always think it feels great to be appreciated and to be acknowledged. So for the Eberly Center to accept my stuff was really special to be a part of something like this.
All artwork on display is up for sale, and all proceeds go back to the artist. I'm Adrian Ehrman for UT 10 News.
Gateway developers gave UT students a sneak peek of the Lofts on Saturday. The new apartments located on the corner of Sequoia and Door bring an urban feel to campus. There are 4 different floor plans, and the apartments have upgraded appliances, flat-screen TVs, and are fully furnished. The rent includes high-speed internet cable and a Verizon wireless intercom system. Loft residents will also have access to dining and entertainment on the first floor of the building.
Everything that you need is like right below you, and it's really pretty on the inside, and everything's already done and furnished, and it's really convenient.
For me personally, I want my space, especially if I'm living with somebody else, and the rooms are kind of tiny. Also, the shower, I like a big shower and a tub, and if you look there, it's just like real tiny, like I'll be bumping elbows.
There are beds still available, and the Lofts officially opened this August.
African music rang through the Student Union on Saturday for the 3rd annual African Night. Reporter Lita Dixon has more.
The theme this year is the growth of Africa. The community got the chance to enjoy African culture through music, dance, poems, food, and a fashion show.
I think they got the whole aspect of the African culture, which is very important. That's the reason why we put on this event every year.
Participants felt that the event opened the eyes of people that knew very little about the continent.
Yeah, I think we did a good job of showing people some parts of Africa or some traditions that they wouldn't really see on an everyday basis.
250 people came out to celebrate the growth of Africa. I'm Lita Dixon for UT 10 News.
I'm Ian Davis, and this is your UT 10 Sports. The UT Rocket baseball and softball teams had home field advantage this weekend, but before we go to the Diamonds, let's head over to the Glass Bowl where the football team held their annual spring game last Friday. The team wore pink A's on their helmets in support of their teammate Ben Pike and his fiancée Ashley, who was recently diagnosed with leukemia. On to the second quarter, Austin Dan hands off the ball to David Fluellen, who bulldozes through the deep for a touchdown, giving the Blue Squad a 14-6 lead. And after a quick defensive stop, here's Dan hitting Cassius McDowell on the crossing route, who outruns the defense for 31 yards, taking it to the house, extending their lead 21-6. Gold Squad's QB Terrence Owens heaves up the ball, trying to tie the game, but it just wasn't enough as the Blue Squad wins it with a final score of 21-13. Former Rocket Eric Page says the team will be contenders for the MAC championship this year.
Oh, they look good. I mean, the offense is clicking and the defense looks strong too. So I'll be ready for them to make a run. We were at the top of the MAC last year, and there's no reason we can't be this year.
Now over to the Diamonds. The Lady Rockets were looking to continuing their momentum against Eastern Michigan after defeating the Eagles in extra innings on Saturday. Despite being down 4-0, the Lady Rockets fought back with Alyssa Smith driving in a run in the bottom of the 4th. And still fighting in the 5th, Lonnie Ernst singled to center field, knocking in 2 more, tying the game at 4. But it just wasn't enough, with the Eagles scoring 2 in the final inning to defeat the Lady Rockets with a final score of 6-5. Now on to the men. After splitting 2 games, the Rockets were looking to win the series against Western Michigan. Dominating early on, here's Anthony Smith, who lines to left, driving in 2 runs. The Rockets now up 4-0. And continuing their momentum in the bottom of the 4th, here's James McGlynn racking up his 4th home run of the season, pushing their lead to 6. Despite a late run by the Broncos, they got bucked by the Rockets with a final score of 12-7. Coach Corey Mee says the team is looking good.
I think we got a great group of guys here that work really hard right now, that are competing hard, and you know, they come out every day to get better. And you know, I really like our team. I like our chances.
Thanks, Ian. It was a busy weekend in sports.
Yes, it was.
That's it for UT 10 News. For the latest breaking news from our campus, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And you can always watch our award-winning newscast on YouTube and Facebook, where you can get caught up on all of your campus news whenever you want. For Rosalind Muniz, Ian Davis, and all of our crew, I'm Ashley Karsten. Have a great week, and stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.